Hey, everybody. Just typing in dark gray text over here. Hey, Skeleseller. Makes sense to have one key to type that out. Actually, speaking of wish listing Skeleseller on Steam, I wonder if some of these reviews showed up. Why is it not loading? Oh, there it goes. Should probably just have it automatically go here. It's Wednesday. Why is Steam slow? Aha! There's a review. Man, this is really sluggish. I can't even see the third one. Showing 4 reviews that match the filters above, despite that there are 3 reviews and there are 2 showing. None of these numbers match up. I mean, maybe there's another filter. All shows 3, so I don't know why it says 4 reviews. Yeah, weird. There's no there's no way for me to see this other one, huh? Oh, there, wait, no. Load more? No, weird. Yeah, it's just not showing up. Well, I don't know what's going on there. Let's wait for it. Either way, thank you for leaving the reviews, the people that did. I think Boomer was one of them and Matt was another, and I think someone else had. Yeah, I'm not gonna scroll up anymore and try to find out. Okay, cool. So let's go keep working on this stuff. I don't think we should show stone panels until you've unlocked the location. I think we have that working. I think we still need to get the fishing pond thing working. Oh, this is the wrong project entirely. Hey, Kevin. So let's close out of this. I posted that comment, right? Yeah, I posted. What was for lunch? I had Indian food. Okay, no, this is definitely not working the way that it should. Also, I guess we should put this outside of the outlined area now. Yeah, but that's a pretty easy change to make. We'll just go move it manually. Where is that? Here. Yeah, that's good. Or even to the left of it. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But the bigger change that I wanted to look at here was we haven't unlocked this, and yet it's showing like it has been unlocked. Right? I can't actually go here. So why is it showing like that? The route hasn't even been drawn there either. What's going on with that? So we don't need to worry about this, apparently. Oh, an NPC can change that too. I gotta write that down. Clean up. NPC doesn't have to... I guess should be able to set more stuff through the editor. Thanks to my new understanding of this issue. Okay. Hey, Zara. Thanks for the resub. You can see all 4 reviews? Oh, weird. I can't. Yeah. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good afternoon so far. I've been having a pretty good day. I'm happy with how things have been going. I've been somewhat sluggish about this. Time to see a man play some bricks. Hey, Chef Alton, I was just thinking about you. Mostly because I forgot the date of the next session, but I looked at my calendar and now I remember. But thanks for the resub. Thank you both. Yeah, bricks indeed. And we're working on a battle map, so it's kind of fitting. We got to figure out why this isn't being darkened. Also, maybe you should be able to highlight over it or hover over it first. Let's find out. So set is unlocked, is set to false. So something must be setting this to true. Let's put a breakpoint there. Does this know what instance it is? Yeah, it does. Okay, then we'll put another thing here and say instance ID equals, I don't know what it is. What is Canyon? 2. Okay, I want to check that one then. Instance ID is equal to 2. Okay, let's go try that. So return to title, new game. Should break in. Huh. Maybe it's not getting initialized with 2. Wait, how is it even possible though that wouldn't be happening? Something's not calling init? That shouldn't be possible. Huh. That's strange. Is there an init in here? No. Wait, there isn't an init in here. Well, that means that VS Code is making stuff up. Product received for free, like Adam bribed us. I feel like they might as well have that there for people who are used to reading reviews on other products, but a demo can only ever be received for free. In fact, let me look this up because I want to make sure I'm not mistaken on this. Steam paid demo, is that possible? I don't think it's possible. Free? Yeah, free demos. That's it. Yeah, no, there's no way to pay for a demo. I mean, it makes sense. If you're going to have a paid demo, I guess just make a separate app on Steam. Although maybe they have some rule against that too. Like, well, it doesn't really matter. I guess it wouldn't be called a demo. It'd just be called like DLC or a different game or something. So yeah, anyway, you can only ever receive a demo for free. Okay, so we're not calling init, and something should be calling init. What should be calling this? Instance map, initialize map marker. This should be done for everything at the very beginning, right? Set up locations, yeah. Huh. Is this not being called? Oh, or did I launch this whole thing from Godot? Whoops. Yeah, whoops. Okay. Maybe it's time to go play binary Sudoku. No, let's keep that in. Any other breakpoints that I want to get rid of though? No, that's it. So it should get hit immediately. Yep. And then is unlocked should be false. Yep, that's all fine. But then it gets hit again and is unlocked is set to true. That part I don't understand. Why is create route even being called here? Unlocked instance ID contains the forest. Then set the forest. Wait, what? Why did it break in here? Instance ID is the forest. That's not what my breakpoint says. The condition failed to execute. Operator equal cannot be assigned to an int. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, my bad. It'd be nice if there was some kind of checking on this. There. All right, well, now presumably it still failed? Or is that a stale error? All right, canyon is unlocked is false. And it never gets set to true. So why is this light? Oh, because there are 2 of them? Because I have the old map there? That doesn't make sense, though. The old map is present or not, it shouldn't matter because this should show on top. But it is possible, I guess, that that's what's causing it. Let's take a look again. What else would be happening here? Oh, or self-modulate is pointing to the wrong node? No, it's pointing to the right node. We need to set the stone platform to not be visible. Is unlocked as false. So set it to gray. So at the end of this is set to gray, right? Yeah. Then it never gets called again. Okay. I don't know why this isn't gray. Let's change the regular modulate and see if that does anything. I'll just turn this breakpoint off. It doesn't matter. The only way this would actually help is if there's some other node that's getting the self-modulate, which wouldn't make sense to me, but let's try it. No. Oh, wait. Okay, so it is being called. So that means that something else is probably undoing the modulate on this. Huh. I wonder what would do that. Oh, the shader doesn't know how to render with modulate? That's probably it. Spec for modulate equals color. Yeah, we only changed its alpha. Oh, darn it. Why do we do that? Why don't we just multiply by the... Why don't we just multiply the entire thing by modulate? We had that, but removed it? Do you know why? Or maybe color equals mix with modulate? Yeah, now this is... Oh, maybe because the outline now is rendering in like a grayish color. Oh, man. All right, well, we can write some shader code around that, I guess. Although I suspect this is going to be annoying. You can do the multiply before applying the outline. Oh, that's true. Yeah. And do we ever use the color? There. Still might not work. No. It's working. Okay, I'm not totally sure why we didn't do this originally. But I wonder if something else is going to look broken in the game now. That looks fine. Signs look fine. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hey, Pige, how's it going? You know, I don't ever have my view count showing. I just have this view, which is just the built-in Twitch chat thing. Actually, this button might show it. No, it just says the number of people in chat. But yeah, I only just started streaming again after lunch. It's been 13 minutes. Although I wouldn't blame people if they didn't come back. Afternoon streams are typically quieter than the morning streams. All right, so we have fixed that. And you can't click this. Should probably play a bonk sound at some point. Where's that sound? Probably want to play a bonk sound when you haven't unlocked a location. Maybe we even show floating text indicating what the problem is. Oh, you have the cursor thing working correctly. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Make it so that a hover sound is played. So I'll help for signs and NPCs as well. All right. I don't think we should show the stone panels until you've unlocked the location. This is very easy to go do. Let's go do it. So we get the stone platform from map marker. Private, what is it? A sprite 2D? Stone platform. Then we fetch that. And then in set is unlocked, we set the visibility of this to whether or not the thing is unlocked. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm hoping all of these changes are pretty quick and easy. Because I want to test something a little bit, maybe slightly harder than this. Set is unlocked is now being called before ready. Are you serious? Why? Why? Base.init, this is all fine. Where do we add this thing? No, it's already in the scene tree. Wait, then something else is wrong. Maybe it couldn't find the node? Oh, yeah, can't find the node. Why not, though? It's right there. Stone platform. Did it type the wrong thing? Because I think I had stone platform. What? Hey, Hypnotic. Did I type something wrong? I copy pasted it, didn't I? Stone platform. I'm so confused. I saved the scene. It's not like I broke that. Let's go find out what's going on. Huh. Very bizarre. How's the game coming along? Should I try it again? I don't remember when the last time you tried it was. I think it was before the farm and everything. I don't remember. Or did you play with the farm in the game? Man, I'm trying to figure out how to even look this up. Give me a sec. All right, you should be over here somewhere. What's this? Tyrant King. Huh. This person apparently streams Skeleseller, but that's not Skeleseller. I'll write myself a note to watch this, I guess. See this person's stream of Skeleseller in quotes. All right, we should see Pige in here. Whoa, I was like, why does it have 262,000 views? That's from when I was on the front page. Huh. I thought Pige highlighted it. Maybe not. No farm. Okay. It's probably worth playing. Let me show you one of the new things that we did, which hopefully you like, but hang on one second. Let me first figure out why this thing's failing. This is null. Stone platform. I just can't imagine what's going wrong here. There are only 4 children. One of these should be the stone platform. What is this thing's name? Name, stone platform. What? Why can't it find that thing then? This one name. Get node. Node. Stone platform. Node not found. Oh, the fishing pond doesn't have one? Oh, I might have needed to open this in Godot just so that the unique name propagated. No, it seems like something else broke now. I don't know what's going on. Gotta walk my dog, but headphones will be on. BRB. Okay. I'm thoroughly breaking the game. I wanted to show you something, and when you get back, I'll show it to you. But everything's broken right now, so I am definitely lost when it comes to why this thing would not work. Let's look at the scene. Map marker.tscn. Maybe I messed something up in here. No, it looks fine. So strange. And the parent is a map marker, and that thing has a script, and this script is this one. Wild. Wild. I don't think I've ever seen this before. And I know all the different errors that could happen here. This is a sprite. It's got access his unique name. Maybe if I toggle this and then toggle it back on and save. That's the only thing I can think of, and that doesn't even make any sense because we just looked at the file. So weird. Yeah, it can't find it. And yet we know that it's there. Okay, what if we try without the unique name? Maybe that has something to do with it. I have no explanation for why that would have something to do with it. Because it's elf modulate. Do I have 2 cursors? What? Oh, weird. Oh, I see. AI was suggesting the capital S. I thought I just had that typed already. This is one of the problems of having syntax highlighting on AI auto completions. That worked? Seriously? There's no way. That one VOD only has Skeleseller as the category for the first 2 minutes. Doesn't mention it after the intro. It's like if you skim through the video, there's no Skeleseller gameplay at any point. I wonder if they were going to try it, but then didn't. Yeah, weird. What is going on with this? What could possibly be wrong? I've never seen this happen before. Never. Huh. This should need a percent sign to access it. That's what everything else has here. Maybe, okay, let's just try reloading the whole project. I don't know why that would have anything to do with it, but maybe there's some problem. And then I'll just run from here. And everything should work. Yeah, but it's terribly broken because it can't find that one node, huh? Hey, Brutarius. Like I said, I've just never seen this. stone platform. Okay, I see. I see what's happening. This isn't unique in here, except for it shows up as unique when I click this, and it's unique there too. Can I toggle this and then save? It doesn't do anything. I think this is a bug in Godot. Unique name node not found. That just shows the parent, not the actual node. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, there is no actual node in here because it comes from the parent scene. It's map marker that shows it. And we know that its access is unique over here. The other weird thing is, though, that everything else works just fine over here, right? Like, it didn't complain about the clickable area. What is it that's special about this one stone? This very line right below it does exactly the same thing we're trying to do here. I don't have any reason to believe that this would break. Maybe this is some like very specific bug repro. There's nothing here looks wrong. Type is correct too. Yeah, it's a sprite 2D, and it should be in all of these. Sprite 2D, sprite 2D. Yeah, it complains about probably all of the cases where we have this. What's this one? Hey, Oglurin. Time to restart from scratch. Yeah, let's make the engine too. No, not found. This is under Forest Point. Huh. Is there anything unusual about this? Map marker line 37. No, this is such simple code. I don't know how it could possibly mess up. It must have to do with scene inheritance, but why isn't it a problem for clickable area? Oh, maybe. Oh my God, I know why. Okay, this is. I think it's because these don't have. Yeah, these aren't set to access unique. Oh my God, that's so tricky. Can't toggle unique name for nodes in subscene. Oh, this is the worst. So there's just no fixing this now? Oh man. It's all because I set this to have editable children. If I turn this off and then turn it back on, this will have a percent sign next to it. But then I'm going to lose any changes I made. So here's what we have to do. We have to edit this one. This gets the percent sign. And then we just need to look at the saved scene and figure out how we get that percent sign there ourselves. That's a very, very tricky issue. Oh, it just doesn't. Oh, we just turn it off here. That's strange that the editor doesn't let you turn it back on then, because I can just delete it from here, which I'm going to do. Where is it? Unique. There it is. That's the last one. All right, that should fix everything. Wow, that was so bizarre. I had never seen that happen before. And it's only with inherited scenes, and it's only when you edit the children of an inherited scene. I wonder if I should even write this down. It's maybe not worth. Note. Yeah, this is kind of silly. So it was, yeah, unique name and owner. It's not inheritance. I don't think inheritance has to do with this. Although I need to open a new thing. Hey, Alt F4, welcome in. How's everybody doing? Where's the... Oh, that's weird. I can't autocomplete Alt F4's name. There we go. Welcome in, Sheila Hutton 715 and Denzel. We're making Skeleseller, and we're trying to make some map improvements over here. I hope Alt F4 stream has sufficiently entertained and informed you all. So yeah, the way this all used to work is it used to be that you'd have to click this specific area in order to select the forest, for example. And now we're making it so you can select any part of the actual forest. And same thing with any other nodes that we have here. We probably need to still handle fishing pond selection things differently. So when you haven't unlocked an area, I want it to render in a darker color and not show you a little flag. And when you do unlock it, it'll render it the right color and with the little flag thing there. But yeah, this is Skeleseller that we're making here. It's a game where you hire adventurers and you send them into battle. So let's send the rogue over into the forest. They fight automatically for you. And when they win, they get some items, which you can then go sell in your town. And customers will come and buy them. And you can use the money to upgrade your town, upgrade your adventurers, and you unlock a bunch of more stuff. Yeah. It's a pretty well fleshed out demo at this point. It's accessible on Steam and itch. And like I said, what we're working on now are some improvements for the battle map. So the battle map's already in the game. And it looked pretty much identical to what it looks like now, but it'll look the same and function differently pretty soon. And I'm hoping I can get this done by the end of today. And maybe I'll push a new build. I haven't actually thought about that too much yet. Okay, yeah, so I was writing a little note here. If you instantiate, oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to test this out and figure out how this actually broke. Oh, boy. I don't want to do this. Well, let's just do it here, I suppose. All right, so here's how we test this. We make a new scene. It doesn't matter what's in here. Let's just add a sprite and let's call it something like this has a unique name. And we give it a unique name and we save this as something like, I don't know, Tesseroni. Then we go make a new scene and we instantiate in the Tesseroni scene. And then we make this thing have editable children. And then we toggle this. And it doesn't change this one, yeah. If you instantiate a scene and make its children editable, then changes to the original scene's unique name and owner will not affect the instantiated one. As of today, you have to modify it through the TSCN file, editing the TSCN file, or disabling, what's it called? Editable children. Which will undo any changes you made. This is so stupid. So stupid. But whatever, we figured it out. All right, let's go fix everything now as a result of that. So don't save any of this stuff. I don't care. Go back to this. So this was working. We now have a way of hiding the node based on whether or not you've unlocked this thing. And now we need to get this to work for every node that we had. So this is done. This is done. Now it's position all nodes and then position all paths. Make sure we're showing the paths correctly. There's an outline and then like a drawn in view. All right, let's go position all the nodes. This part should be pretty easy. Because we just click this and then this. And then just move every single one of these things. Can we make them all editable at once? Nope. Gotta do it one at a time, apparently. All right, that's fine. If we do it from the bottom up, then we don't need to scroll. All right, cool. So next up is the volcano. That needs to look like a volcano. So we got to go find volcano in here. There. Okay, and then we just position this in the right spot. We want it to be pixel perfect. Oh, it's kind of hard to tell with the outline, isn't it? Can we turn that off momentarily? Yes. Okay. There, perfect. Okay, now turn that back on. All right, so there's the volcano. Now we need to do the jungle next. Jungle is there. Got to do the same thing. Turn off its shader temporarily. Is there an easier way to do this? I guess we can just set that to 1. Trying out the game for the first time. So far I'm liking it. Nice, nice, nice. Glad to hear it. All right, drop this down there. Place the trees very gently. You don't want to cause an earthquake. And then we can set that back to normal. All right, so that was the jungle. Next up is the crypt. We got to do this like 4 more times. This is boring and slow, and who cares? there's no way around this. I mean, I guess we could maybe use the same coordinates we already had, but I'm not even going to bother checking that. There's that one. Okay, next is the waterways. And we have 2 more after this one. Oh, this one's a little bit harder to see. Yeah, there's the line into that shadow right there. There we go. And like I said, 2 more. There's the forest 2. And then the inferno. Oh boy. Okay, what are we lining up here? Let's get a tree. Yeah, there we go. There's a tree. Easier to tell where the trees are. There. Perfect. And the final one is the inferno. Okay, almost finished. We don't have any trees here. Guess we can line this up. There. All right, so everything should look good. And now we should be able to delete the old map. Let's keep it for just a second longer. I'm gonna write this down, make sure to get rid of map sprite old from the scene. All right, let's go run that. So we should not be able to see anything visibly wrong. Before, none of the nodes even showed up, but now, wow, look at that. That looks really cool. Wow. It's very neat. All right, yeah, I'm liking this. Okay, so now let's unlock everything. Okay, there is something wrong, which is that we're positioning these stone things in random positions. I forgot to update that. Also, what's that red thing? Oh, is that a shield? Okay. Okay, so positioning those other things is pretty easy because we can just do that in the editor. And we can even maximize this. No, we can't do that because we need to be able to select this over here. All right, so we did it all the way up to the canyon. Now we got to do it for the volcano. I kind of want to match what we had before. So here it's off to the left side. So let's put it on the left side. Good, cool. Then for the jungle, we had it above that big tree on the right. Jungle, big tree on the right, up there. Cool. Crypt, we had it below, just right out of the door. Kind of don't want to block the door because I like the door graphic. How did this work before that we didn't block it? Oh, we did block it. It's just the flag wasn't there. Maybe a little bit off to the side. Yeah, like that's pretty good. Okay, cool. Then for this, we put it to the right. So just above that tree off to the side. Cool. Then for this one, we put it to the bottom left. But I don't know the exact positioning. The exact positioning doesn't really matter. This is more so just to get it to look however Quickie Joe had it. And then for the final one, I don't actually know where we put it. Presumably off the bottom. But I might put it higher up so that it's obvious that you've unlocked it. Yeah, there. Okay, now let's look at that in the game. This very minorly changes things, so it's not that hard to envision. But yeah, the flag should never be covering anything important. And they're not. Now there are some trees that look wrong here. We need to figure out what's causing that to happen. Yeah. I guess that's just on the background. Why was that not a problem originally? Oh, there was some like kind of merging of this. All right, I could just delete them from the background, I guess. Are there any other nodes that look weird? Probably a lot of them because the paths are messed up right now. I got to fix the paths. All right, well, let's fix the paths and then we got to update the, get rid of any trees slash bushes slash, I don't know, just any doodads that don't look like they belong. E.g. this for the crypt. Let's take a picture. Yeah, I don't need to highlight that yet. You just do that. I guess this wasn't a problem before because of our rendering order, but we can't render this in a different way right now. Doodads is the technical term. Actually, doodads is what StarCraft 1 used for its map editor. Hey TJ, all is going pretty well. How are you doing? So we positioned all the nodes. We have not positioned the paths, and we haven't drawn these in correctly. I guess we didn't have different graphics before. So what do the paths look like right now? They look like that. How did this work? It went through the town. And now it's not going through the town? Drat. Hey, Krasner. Yeah, it has been a pretty good week so far. I think even Monday was pretty good. I did a decent amount yesterday. Hey, Jolene. No need for a puzzle? Sounds good. So how do we want to fix this? We could add transparency to that specific node. Where's the town node? Town, here it is. Because this has its background built in. So I guess it's not a rendering order thing. Yeah, it's not really rendering order. We have to probably clean up the town graphic in a way that I think would be very hard for me to do. But are any other ones problematic? The canyon one looks fine. Volcano one kind of looks fine. Oh, I don't have the filled in graphic. This is going to cause a bit of a problem. Okay, let's start a new game. Yeah, so no paths are rendering at all right now. We want to render their outline paths, and even those might look off. I can send you a pic of the fixed up town. Oh, yeah, of the completed thing. Yeah, I could do that too. Don't worry about it. It's fine. How much effort do I want to put into this? Because none of them look really bad or anything. Except for maybe the town. Yeah, everything else looks fine, I think. Just the town is weird. So, okay, the town is the only one that looks a little strange. And maybe you could say the volcano does a little bit. For that, I need to look at what it used to be. And the way we do that is by clicking this and then saving. And then loading the game from our command line. Here. Wasn't a huge effort. Okay, cool. Let's get this, copy, and paste. Oh yeah, that actually looks really nice. I don't think we can do that. And even here it looked pretty nice. Yeah. I guess once you know what it's supposed to look like, it does look a lot better. And what do we have? Oh, this is the old version. That's right, Sinistella. Don't you forget it. I don't know what conversation is going on in chat right now between Kevin and TJ. Yeah, it's not bad. If you here it looks a little weird too, I guess. I think it's okay though. Yeah. I think this is like a level of polish on the map that we don't need to worry about too much. Why do those stones show up though? Were those always on the path? Yeah, they were. Okay, that's fine. So then on the canyon, does it look weird at all? Not really. Yeah, we need to render it on top of this. We could just render the paths on top. As long as they're not connected completely, it should be okay. Right? What does the canyon one look like? Let's move all of this down to here. Oh, that looks a lot better actually. Wait, what? How is this working? Oh, because I haven't done the I have done the forest one. What? Is that inside? Are there trees on that path in the graphic itself? I don't know what graphic it even is. Let's just look at it over here. Show in file system. Show in file manager. It's path 0. There are no trees here. Oh, we show the carved out area. Ah, so the trees render on top. Okay, this is very particular. Yeah. I see. My wife introduced Kit to like proper Indian mangoes. And he's like, I gotta find these for myself. I want to try one of those soon too, actually. Today's the day. Oh, look, I'm over here now. Hey, Matt. All right, so can we just render all of these on top? If I just click all these buttons, does everything just look great? Surprisingly, yes. It all does look great. It's almost like this is what Quickie Joe intended all along. Even the town doesn't necessarily look fine. Yeah, and now the flags have to render at a different Z index because this flags node doesn't need to exist. So we need to make these higher up, which we could probably easily do. I guess let's try changing this. I don't think it's going to do anything. I'll just set the Z index to like 5. But I don't think it's going to have an effect because, yeah. Because it doesn't actually modify these things. It's too bad. Too bad. Well, we can change them ourselves. So this one we can set to Z index of 1. Yeah, that alone is enough to get this to work, huh? Okay. Well, let's set this back to Z index of 1. And then go change it on an instance map. That's what I was saying. This is going to be a lot of like little work to get this stuff to all work. But it's not hard. Z index 0, 0. How many of these things were there? I thought there were just a few. Oh, I guess it modified every scene. That's why the Z index 0 showed up. Yeah. Because it would have been overridden. They're called Alfonso? Yeah. Yeah, it's this kind of mango. And they're apparently amazing. I mean, I'm sure I've had one before. I just don't recall off the top of my head what bad mangoes taste like. Because I don't eat a lot of mangoes. I eat a lot of apples. Apples are my thing. Okay, so right now we're rendering in a way that you'd never see in the actual game, which is that everything is visible, even though you haven't unlocked these areas. But there, now all the areas are unlocked. And yeah, everything's looking good. Okay, so the only thing we need are the path outlines. And we're going to need some special code for that too. So let's toggle the visibility of all of these things. These are the hot sauce and stuff. Man, I had watermelon with salt because some people said it was good. It is not good. So I don't know about mango with hot sauce. I feel like mangoes are good on their own. I think the apple thing is a red herring or misdirection. Hey, you'll never know. Have you tried that? It's nice on fruit. What is this primarily? Lime, chili pepper, and salt. See, the salt doesn't appeal to me. Lime on fruit is just putting one fruit on another fruit. And chili pepper on fruit, I think can be okay. I just haven't really tried it. But there's some like habanero. Maybe it's with mango sometimes. I guess I get the spiciness in fruit stuff. I got spicy jams a lot of the time too, like jalapeno strawberry or something. Krasner. Smashing. Yeah, I think everything is worth trying, at least in terms of flavors, and if you're not allergic. But not everything's worth trying a second time. And yeah, watermelon and salt is not something I plan on ever having again in my life. Because again, watermelon is just so good on its own. Who needs something extra with it? Okay, paths. Let's go get this then. Path 0. So we have path 0 and path 0A. One is the faded one is the drawn in one. So the dash A is the faded one. So all of these technically need 2 graphics. So they should probably be a special node, and we just export the graphics directly into some texture there and then just show or hide it. Alternatively, put them in the same sprite sheet. Hey, Vacillate. Watermelon tastes like water to me, but I just keep trying for some reason. Like there's no enjoyment. It's like eating water. Does lettuce taste like something to you? Maybe they're just flipped. They're reversed in your head. Yes, I know. Has a weird texture too. Yeah, the texture of watermelon's a little unusual, I suppose. Okay, so one way we could do this, I guess we're getting these nodes anyway and we're showing or hiding them. The forest one is special in that we don't actually need 2 paths for this. Unless we want to make you unlock the forest, which I don't think we do. Get an itchy tongue. Can you have pineapple? Pineapple's pretty good. Pineapple tries to digest you. Yeah, I'll make a new node. All right, so what do we have right now? We have map marker somewhere. If I just save this as map path and then rename this to map path. And I guess we export a secondary texture from here and just delete everything else. Hey, study. Pineapple is good, better than just apple. What about pineapple? This has a shader on it for no reason. Whoops. Now what? It's just a sprite and a texture, right? No, there's also this. Wait, why is that there? Map path still has a material? Oh, yeah, whoops. I clicked the wrong button. All right, now we're good. I'm incredibly rich. Whoa, study. Grilled and with cinnamon. Interesting. Now that does sound pretty good. I guess it's like a pineapple upside down cake. I think you typically put cinnamon on those. Okay, so we just combined 2 different paths here. We put this path and then path 0A. I know we can't do both of these at once. I just want to see if these are the same. Yeah. Yeah, so now we add a script to this. Let me make sure it's in the right location. Map marker. We're going to save this as map path. And we're going to export another thing. Get rid of all that stuff. Now go figure out how we export stuff. NPC. Outline holder. There it is. Interesting. We can have a proper getter and setter, but I don't think we need one in this case. Yeah. Okay, so we'll have the basic one be the not filled in texture, and then specify a texture 2D and have it be the filled in texture. Yeah. Now we got to build for this to show up. Serve to Brazilian steakhouses. Ooh. Hang on, I want to see a picture, even though I don't think the picture is going to be all that different from regular pineapple. Oh, it kind of is. Ooh. I didn't even type grilled. But yeah, I think this stuff is grilled. This one is. Very cool. All right, so we should see the exported thing here, and I don't, oh, because I never attached the script. Sometimes, Adam, sometimes you just got to remember to do the right thing. There we go. All right, now we should see the new thing. I don't. Oh, there it is. Filled in texture. Got it. Cool. All right. We're making it. Battle map. Okay, so this is path 0. So we want path 0 to be the filled in path, and path 0A to be the not filled in path. Then we need everything in instance map to be map paths and not just sprites. So we're going to instantiate in a map path. Oh, I guess there was no point in me doing that over there, huh? Because I need to do it over here now. Well, whatever, it works. What does a question mark do on variable declaration? It says that it's potentially nullable. So this could be a texture 2D or it could be null. And that means that all callers need to accommodate it potentially being one or the other. You don't need to define the backing field anymore. You can just do field equals value. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, it'll make it even easier to switch between that. So that we do that, then null. Yeah. Okay. So let's go get all of these things converted. So this is going to be the forest path. Oh, the position really, really matters for this. All right, let's just call it forest path new. And then go into the scene, instance map.tscn, and try to just change this via code. Yeah. All right, how can we do this easily? Let's copy all of these. And we're going to do this. We're going to delete the sprite from here. Change it to instance equals that. And then delete this stuff. And get rid of this. And hope that works. Did it? Looks like it did. Yeah. So now all the paths are going to be wrong. Oh, wait. They're not wrong. Oh, but the not filled in paths are going to be wrong. Okay, so for that, we need to go import a bunch of other graphics, which we can't easily do from here, I think. No, we never overrode the other graphic. Okay, so I got to change this. What is this? Path 1. So we need path 1A to go there. And now whatever that did should be easy enough to replicate. No, it won't be because I had to add an import up here. All right, let's just have it. Let's not try to do anything smart here. We only have to do this 7 more times anyway. So this should be path 2. Yeah, so we need path 2A. The shape should match. So it should be pretty easy to tell at a glance. Path 3A. Yep. Path 4A. Yep. 5A. Path 6A. And path 7A. All right, cool. Easy peasy. So now we always want these to be visible, but we want them to show they're not filled in textures, which means I probably should have reversed everything. Oh well. Why aren't these unique? Huh, strange. This should have automatically been unique because I would have modified the old code that we had. Maybe they're fetched from map routes and this was not needed. No. Why do we even fetch this node? We don't do this for any reason. All right, delete this then. So that doesn't need a unique name then. Game's really fun. Awesome job with it. Just keep wanting to earn more gold to unlock more things. Yeah, thank you. I do think that is somewhat part of the genre, but I like the way that we manifested this. I think they're like a more fun visualization and more of a functional visualization too. Because a lot of games, it's like you just sort of ignore everything that's going on and just look at the functions. And in this, it's like you have to watch the battles to see what's happening. Are you not using get node or null instead of get node? Well, in this case, we know that it exists. So yeah, we just use get node. But every once in a while, we don't know that it exists, and then we do use get node or null, but that's pretty rare in our code base. All right, so map path needs a way of saying whether or not we show the filled in texture. So we need some function here that is like public void show filled in. Actually, it's show not filled in. Or yes, set filled in. I don't know, something like that. Oh, in order for this to work, that means we need to save off the existing texture that we have. So private texture 2D. That's not even how this works, right? Hold on. I think I did this backwards. Yes, I did this backwards. But that's okay, because we can fix this. Yeah, we can fix this pretty easily. All right, so this is the not filled in texture. um, To be honest, though, I think I want them to be reversed. So let's reverse them through the scene. This should be pretty simple. All right, check this out. We search for this, and we take the node ID from here and put it off to the side for now. Then take the node ID from here and put it in this, and then take the one I put off to the side into here, and that should reverse everything. Yeah, so now the filled in texture is actually the filled in texture. Perfect. Great. Problem solved. Now we need to get the not filled in texture. Like not filled in texture. And in ready, we're going to get that not filled in texture equals texture. Okay, and then we're going to set the texture that we use like that. Is get node faster, or what's the reason you would differentiate in building? It depends on what you actually expect to have happen. So for example, if your scene has, let's say, like an OK button in it, then yeah, I would just call it get node OK button. But if it's got, let's say, any number of potential buttons and you're not sure which, then I would do get node or null. Like whatever, some other button that might not exist. Could just be any other variable. Yeah, depends on how you hyphenate this. Maybe unfilled texture or something like that. All right, so now we gotta, oh yeah, field should not follow property, sure. Isamuta. All right, so now we gotta call this based on whether or not we're showing this thing. So there used to be a dot visible or a dot show. Here it is, instance path. So we don't want this anymore. We want set filled in true. But that's a sprite 2D, which is now a map path. Let's try that. Yeah, let's try that. So take a look. We have kind of like a penciled in path going in all around this stuff. And maybe we should darken that too. I don't know about that. But when we upgrade the portal, which involves us beating the forest. So we beat the forest. Now we can upgrade the portal. Now watch this path. This should fill in. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so let's fill all of them in. Yeah, nice. Looks great. Is it bad practice then to always use get node or null? Or does it literally not matter if I use it all the time? It's all about the semantics of the caller. So let's say you do get node or null on something, some node. You would then need to check, you'd have something like this, right? So then you need to check if node is null, like handle this yourself. Otherwise, use the node. If you do this code, then you can just use the node immediately. And if it didn't exist, then get node would have failed. So like, do you need to handle the case where this thing doesn't exist? So here's another example. Let's say you're just making a program that literally all it's supposed to do is divide two numbers. You could do something like this. I mean, you could just have like print, you know, the result is x plus or x divided by y. So now, do you want to handle when you're dividing by 0? Because if so, then you should check for it here. Like if y equals 0, yeah, print something out. And if not, then you wouldn't do that. You just have this print out the error for you. Like, oh, exception thrown, can't divide by 0. Or maybe it prints infinity or something. So it's just the semantics of what you want to have happen. Do you want an exception thrown if you don't get the node? Or do you want to handle not having that node? So is it bad practice? I mean, I would find it unusual if you used it by default, because it would imply that you then need to handle what happens if it's null. I actually, if you're asking this, you might be using GD script where it's not as obvious when you're doing like in C#. I think this would give you a problem. Get node or null, boo. Because this is not a nullable type. You'd have to explicitly indicate that it's nullable. In fact, we could try this here. We could say get node or null map path. I guess we say map path here. I would have expected this to complain at me. Yeah, it's not. I don't know. Doesn't make a difference whether it complains or not, though. Okay, so we did this. Is instance valid? I see. By the way, is instance valid is something you wouldn't need to necessarily check there, unless it's possible that it was disposed. So is instance valid is probably checking null or whether the instance was disposed. And in either case, it would return false. And otherwise, it would return true. If you're just getting a node that you think will exist in your scene tree, the odds it was disposed already is probably next to nothing, unless you were deleting stuff. So you only really need to check null. I get dispose errors if I reload my main scene. That sounds like you have references to old nodes then. That doesn't sound like something that should be happening when I load the main scene over and over. Yeah, you might have an old listener or something like that. And this might be an indication of an even bigger error. So as an example here, nothing's stopping you from writing something like this, right? Like private static texture 2D. Hey, Don, the developer, how's it going? What were you doing today? Nothing's stopping you from writing something like this. Foo equals whatever, null here, or something like that. And then in here saying foo equals the not filled in texture, and then some other code trying to use this after this has been disposed. If you're doing something like that, then you should clean up any references you have to something. Had to do with my singleton custom signals listening? Yeah. So you had a listener somewhere, it probably wasn't cleaning it up. I mean, this is also another risk of using singletons for things. is that you can store references in places you might not expect to have those references. Just learning some 3JS to hopefully see what we can build with it with HTML canvas. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, is 3JS all lower level graphic stuff? Because I haven't actually looked at the API for this. Examples. No, wait, I want to see the code. How is this the only code for this? Oh, hang on a second. Okay. Catso's a meowing. Why init as null with the won't be null? Sorry, where? Chris back. If you're talking about this is going to be set and ready. Okay. Hi, cat. Come on, cat. Okay, come sit down. Good cat. She's so cute. Okay. Can you see her little cat ears there at the bottom of the screen? If I raise my legs a little bit, you can see her. Oh, man. Also, because it's not set in the constructor, but you know it'll be set. Yeah. By the way, that's part of this is pretty common in Godot because all the classes are partial that inherit from a Godot node. So you actually don't have a constructor you can use here. So you can't say, oh, this will be set in the constructor because Godot would have had to do it. Hey, leap year girl. What a good cat. All right, what's up next? Should probably only show the flag in the outline when you've unlocked the fishing pond, but it should always show at the right darkness. It shouldn't show a tooltip until you've unlocked this. Okay, so does the tooltip thing already work? Yes, there's no tooltip here, but we are allowing you to highlight this by hovering over it, which we probably don't want to do. So if you haven't unlocked the pond, then stop the outline from showing. And that's it, right? Yeah, everything else is... Oh, wait, what about the flag? Yeah, and stop the flag from showing. So that's going to be special. So we don't have this right now, which is why it says canyon at the bottom, even though I'm clicking this. But if we unlock the fishing pond and then go into the battle map and click this, now it says fishing pond at the bottom. We also need the flags to be outlined correctly. I don't know if I have that written down. Make sure the flags are highlighted correctly. Hey, Liony. Highlight looks a bit odd. Yeah, I'm not very concerned about that. Maybe I am a little concerned about that. Okay, how do we do this then? We would like render another node on top of this just for the outline. Or you could capture the outline. Can you hear her purring? She's purring like super loudly. Well, now she stopped as soon as I said something. She's self-conscious. My pat doesn't look bad there. But yeah, in some cases it looks a little weird. I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, I don't think it's worth doing too much about here. Just use a linear rendering of the outline. I mean, yeah, that's... We could capture just the outline and like render it on top of the whole thing. Alternatively, you could render like another node on top of this that's just the outline. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, I wouldn't do anything right now. Yeah. So what did I mention? Oh yeah, hiding this thing. Okay, so let's go do that. So if you haven't unlocked the pond, so the pond is a map marker, but more specifically, the fishing pond map marker, and we have this here. So I want to override this in the fishing one. Let's close out of all these other tabs, open up the fishing map marker, put this at the bottom, make this an override, move this actually up there so that it's with the other functions. So if it's not unlocked, this part is still true, but this part goes away, and we don't want to render the outline. So how do we stop the outline from showing? We could set the line color to transparent. Oh, there it is. Set outline visible. Wow, look at that. Okay, so we need the outline holder to be available in the child class, which we don't have. Okay, let's reload this, by the way. God, this cat's so warm. It's like 1,000 degrees. You can see her little ears poking up. She's like, I want to get in on this code. Let me turn this. Okay, so let's fetch this. This will be protected. Protected outline holder. Get private set. Sounds good. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Put this over here. So set is unlocked. Set outline visible is if it's unlocked. The stone platform then also needs to be made into a thing that can be accessed. Oh boy. Stone platform. Protected. Get private set. Cool. Let's go try that. Yeah. You can pet your cat in the game and you get like 1 gold or something. See how many people get gold from petting Abby in the game? Okay, so I broke everything? Or did I do it backwards? I'm not actually sure what happened. Maybe I instantiated the wrong thing. Is this a fishing map marker? It is. Is this the right scene? Yeah. Or script? And it's the right thing over here too, right? Yeah, weird. Hey, Lloyd, lunch was good. Making it so the town is actually real in the overworld map? Not not really real, no. I think maybe you're talking about like, does the graphic match what you've built? Yeah, no, we're not doing that. That's crazy. All right, why won't this work? This is virtual, so this one should never be called. And this should be called. Let's take a look at it. She's yawning quite a lot. Wait, it's not being called at all. Oh, because this was never needed. We just never did this. Fishing pond, where is that? Town point. For some reason, we cut this out. Let's do initialize map marker. Init call set is unlocked false. Oh, ow, Abby, what the heck? She just pulled my arm down so she could use it as a pillow. Oh, even if you dig your claws into me, it's still adorable. All right, unfortunately, this is terrible for my posture right now. Seems like a reasonable 2-day effort. That's time well spent. I think it would be kind of neat to do, but that's like if we had 100 people working on this and we were just looking for any little area we could polish. So I'm guessing the fishing map marker doesn't do this. No, it does. Wait, so why didn't this get called then? Maybe because we only initialized this. Oh yeah, it's only when you unlock this. But why? Oh my God. Okay, this is adorable. Let me take a picture of this because this is too cute. Okay. Now let me pull up the picture. Just casually relaxing on my arm. Like, oh man. I know not everyone's into cats and they're like, this guy should just get back to coding, but I love this little creature. So what stops the tooltip from showing up? We know here that this thing has to exist. Get instance info string. This is just not map marker too. Weird that this is here because the fishing map marker should have something for this. I guess it just wasn't worth refactoring this. Has been initialized. Exist and show up, but it won't show any indication that it's selectable until the pond itself is built. Oh, I still think this is not a good idea. We need to call set as unlocked false on it. That's it. That's all we need to do. Even that's probably not possible until... No, that should be possible. Okay, let's see if we can do that then. Town point set is unlocked. Okay, how's that work? Oh my god, I'm getting too warm here. I need to go turn on air conditioning. I can't reach my mouse anymore. I have to use my keyboard as a mouse. All right, did it work? Not quite. We can still highlight over or hover over this, but at least the map node or the flag isn't showing. What happens when we build this? Put this down here. No, the outline is unaffected. Why? Set outline visible. It's visible if this is unlocked, so this should be false. So the color should be transparent. So something must initialize this after. No. Huh. I don't know why that's not working then. Nothing else should call set as unlocked on that thing. Yeah, it's only this. And I'm going to write a note to myself to do. This can probably be changed somehow. Since the town point. I'll just write, maybe the town point can be initialized and just not unlocked at first. Yeah, I don't get this bit. I don't know why this isn't working right. Nothing else should set the color back. How about this? Let's try setting this to red and seeing if... Oh, wait. I think something else calls set outline color. Map flag does. Okay, but that doesn't matter. What about set outline visible? Oh, wait, what's this? Oh, well, there we have it. We need to turn this off. Oh, that's easy. We wrote a function for that already. Well. Okay, this is very easy then. So we need the outline parent on hover, which we don't ever get, but I guess we could get. So we could just do that in here. I mean, I guess if we're going to do that, we should just get in the parent, huh? Outline parent on hover. Good. And then in the fishing thing, instead of this, we just disable this. Oh, cat. Oh, thank God. Oh, wow. It's amazing what like 3 minutes of bad posture will do for you. All right. Yeah, now we can't hover over this. And if we build the fishing pond, we now can. Perfect. Cool. Yeah, I like it. So technically the outline holder didn't need to be accessible to children there. That's okay. All right, so this is now done. Is posture still a thing? I don't know. I guess bad posture is. All right, make sure the flags are highlighted correctly. Let's go do this part. Abby, can you pair program this with me? Thanks. Cat pilot. All right, where do we do this? Set outline color in here. Set outline color. Oh, this. This is every time you selected an instance, we would go through each flag and set it to whether it was this flag. Okay. So we don't have a way of doing that anymore. The map marker has the flag. And we want to set... We want to set that it's visible. It should always be yellow, I guess. Does that happen right now? Map flag? What is this? Oh, I see. Okay, sure. So then the map marker should have some way of setting that the flag is selected. Please, please, cat, please. No, don't just sit down again. All right, fine. All right, let's go do this. So it's just a proxy thing to this. But wait a sec, this isn't even a map flag. Oh God, I messed that up, didn't I? Map marker. I don't even see map marker here. Oh, it is a map flag. Okay, thank goodness. All right, so let's get this, which is gonna break the scene hierarchy. I gotta remember that. Doesn't like sitting in my lap when I'm sitting in a chair. Kind of jealous. Hey, /D8. Yeah, it's nice when I'm not burning hot. And it's also nice when I have a footrest or something. I have to like keep my legs perfectly steady for her so that she's got a platform to lay down on. But it's very uncomfortable. Oh, she's so cute. All right, so map marker, we're gonna get one of these. And this only needs to be done here, I think. So private map flag. And then in ready, we get that thing. And then does this have any sort of a init? It does. So we used to do this in instance map. Flag.init. Yeah, all of this stuff. We used to instantiate it as well. I don't think we need to do that. Unique name and owner, set the owner, set the flag position, get map marker. Is that a thing? It is still a thing. Okay. But the rest of this isn't needed. So all we really need to do is call init on this, which can be done down here. Okay. Now what? Now we need to allow selecting that. So this commented out code. We go through each of these, but they're going to be map markers now. Map marker, and do we have a map markers? No, we don't. Where do we get those? Map points. We didn't even do that, huh? Well, let's search for that then. Oh, we don't ever search for that, huh? Map points? Yeah, we don't ever do that. Well. Okay, fine. Get node map points. Okay, and then this isn't called set outline visible anymore. It's something else. Or I never even wrote it. I wonder if we just make the flag public. Yeah. Get private set. Put this here. Map flag dot set outline visible. And then the map flag doesn't actually need the instance ID anymore, right? The map marker has it. So we don't ever access this. Yeah, we don't ever access this. That's very goofy. You know, what'd be funny is if in the internal version there was something that was a little bit different about the game, and it was an achievement to like build a shop in the internal version. All right, so we don't need this init anymore, and that means we don't need this init. Okay, not bad. Let's try it. Yeah, you click on the portal inside the portal. Just keep going. Okay, so this is now selected and it's yellow. If I unlock all the locations and click another one, yeah, nice. Those turn yellow. Now it's clear which one is selected. But I can't select the fishing pond until I build this. Nice. Oh, I forgot the collision areas. Yeah, I didn't even set those. Wait, how did any of that work? I didn't have access as unique turned on. What? I think that should have broken. Why didn't I did this earlier with stone platform and that didn't work. Why is it working for map flag? This should be, you can't even set this, can you? Can't toggle unique names or nodes in the subscene. So we got to search for this being false. It's never set to false. Okay, here's what I'm confused by. If you take a look first at Abby one more time, and then at this. So map flag does not have a % sign next to it. If I reload this project, I think it might show with one. Yeah, look at that. It added it. Huh. I knew something was off about this. That's funny. So that explains why that worked. We haven't fixed the collision areas, though. I mean, they're not bad. They're like mostly fine. Is this going to change any other ones if I do this? Yes, all of them. I don't know why it does it every time. Because I have all the other ones set to unique. In fact, now, what happened? Oh, please tell me that didn't just happen that way. It changed this, I guess. They're all supposed to be unique. What am I doing? Why didn't Command Z resize it differently? Oh, God. All right. I think this is a mess. Coincidentally, whatever shape we already picked pretty much just matches all of them to begin with. Though we could polish it a little bit more. So yeah, like that. These are mostly good. Bye, cat. Thank you. Oh. Make this unique. There we go. This will just shrink the top a bit. Expand the bottom. Oh, I didn't make this unique. Yeah. Or anything else? No, all those are done. What about these? That's pretty good. That's decent. Not perfect yet. Yeah, nice. Okay, all the rest of these are fine. Cool. So that one's done. Next, need to render the paths to the next location like they've been opened. Make sure loading works. go try that. Okay, so everything is locked right now. We save, we load. Everything is still locked. Now we're gonna go beat the forest and then unlock the canyon. So save and load. Yeah, looks good. Now let's try the fishing pond. Yep, save and load. Cool. And let's go unlock maybe one more location. I mean, we already pretty much tested it. So yeah, the volcano is the newest location. Yeah, pretty good. This is so great. Such a nice usability feature that we have here. Pretty good. Pretty good. Cool. Paths rendering on top of locations. Make it so that a hover sound is played. Yeah, this is something I can do later. Tooltip used to only show when you hovered over the stone platform. I think it's fine. Get rid of map sprite old. Yeah, so let's start cleaning up here. Map sprite old can be gone. This was just a map that had everything already rendered on top of it. And not only can we delete that map sprite, but we can delete the thing underlying it, which is this. It says it's being used by instance map, but not anymore. Cool, that's done. So that's finished. That's finished. Get rid of any transparent pixels like in the canyon. Yeah, so what's the easiest way to do this? How do we even see them? Let's just make a new scene, I suppose. Actually, wait a second. Isn't there, maybe there's an easy way to see them in GIMP. We know for sure the canyon has it, so let's just open that one up and see how obvious it is over here. Like, that's what I'm talking about, by the way. So is there a way to make those bright pink? Can you, like, change the transparency color? What does this button do? Lock alpha channel. Use magic wand to select transparent. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. And then I think there's a, like, select by color. Nice. There we go. But then is there a way to make it obvious where all of our selections are? I guess we could grow the selection. If we grow it by like 10, it should make it very obvious. Yeah, so now there's a circle, there's a circle. It didn't get that one. Maybe we should have grown it by like 3. Yeah, that works decently well. We'll never get the ones on the border that way though. All right, let's fix it up. So color pick this and then get the pencil. What am I doing wrong? I have nothing selected, right? Oh, I guess it was set to lock. Then this whole thing is broken. Fill with a noticeable color. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Well, I guess even just knowing it's selected is fine too. All right, so here, what's the shortcut for pencil tool? N. So O and N. There, that looks good. Next one is over here. Good. Next one was down here. That's this shadow. Anything else? Select by color. I think we're good. Cool. Yeah, I'll delete that. Delcom Academy. All right, export, overwrite. Great. So that one's done. All right, next up, crypt, open with GIMP. So we do Shift O, click this, select grow 3. Any circles you got for me? No. And what about over here? Aha. Okay, so there's the path right at the entrance. There are a couple little things right there. But that's all I see. Yeah. There's that. Oh, let's fix up that one little pixel too. And then we said the ones over here. Cool. Anything at the edges I think are probably fine. Because they probably merge with the stuff around it. But anything that's just randomly transparent in the middle is what I wanted to address. Oh, wait, what's that? There's one random pixel. Okay, let's delete that one. How do we erase here? I don't think it's selected. Done. How long did it take to draw that? This one was 2 years of my time. I've been working ever since I was born to make all the graphics for this game. You went by one where there's 2 pixels in the bottom left that are enclosed, but diagonals are open. As long as it doesn't look that weird in the game, I think we're fine. But yeah, I'm still going to just go through each of these things. Okay, so we click this. We grow this by, let's say 2 pixels. Should still make it obvious when it's on the inside. Yeah, I don't see anything on the inside. Anything on the outside edge? Nope, pretty good. Okay, that one's done. Next up, forest 2. Yeah, like right there. And maybe right there. These might look fine in the game, though. That's the thing. In fact, we could just go take a look. Oh, but I guess they look less fine when you've started a new game. We're in the forest. No, that's a jungle. Forest 2. Yeah, it shows. Okay, that's why we want to do this, because it shows some weird outlines. And then we have that one little pixel in there. What is that pixel doing? It's not even transparent. There's like a random pink pixel here somehow. It's at the bottom of this tree. Huh. It's possible that one of these is semi-transparent, like maybe that one. In fact, I think it is that one. I don't know how you tell. Can you see the alpha somewhere? I can't even draw here or something. It is transparent. Aha. Okay, so we need this to be the same color as this one. Done. Is it in the status bar? Let's find out. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know where you see transparency data. Anyway, let's continue working our way through this. So this one, then there was something over here on the right side. Yeah, this stuff. Anything else? Maybe that. Okay, not bad, not bad. Go in the color picker and pick from there. It does show the alpha, but I always forget how to do it. don't see anything on the screen that would indicate this because I have the color picker here. There's a measure. Oh, measure is not colors. Measure is actual distance. Yeah, I don't know. All right, Inferno. Clicking on the colors on the left. I did that though. It just shows this. And I don't see any alpha value in here. Maybe it's one of these things I can see. Watercolor, wheel, palette. Or maybe this button. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, use info window? Maybe that's it? Hold shift to do that? Do I even have a way of holding shift? I don't know how to do that. All right, whatever. All right, let's get this. All right, so I see one pixel on the, whoops. I see one pixel on the right side. And that's it. Yeah. Let's grow this by 3 pixels though, just in case. Nope, looks good. Okay. So we just need that. Done. It's also one by the right brazier. Where? Are you talking about this? Because that little cutout, I think, is probably fine. I guess we could look at it in the context of the map. Yeah, I think it's fine. Talking about the cutout to the left of it. I think that's okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. All right, I exported this, right? Just export it again, just in case. All right, what remains? The jungle. The path has holes. Yeah, there's some little weird things, I think. But I think it's mostly fine. Okay, select grow 2. Any circles? Nope. Anything weird on the outside? No. Except for that 1 pixel right there. These should be deleted. Yeah. Any other weird pixels like that? Yes, over here too. Maybe they're for every one of those trees? Yeah. It's for every one of the trees. Cool. I think we're good. It's holding shift. Oh, it tells you how to get the alpha. Oh, I see. Hold shift and click. I thought it was just shift while hovering over something. Oh, that's ugh. I don't like that at all. Oh, wait. Oh, you can. Oh my God. No, there's an even worse problem. That's what's going on here. I just can't even select. Wait, what? Now it won't show up at all. Okay, whatever. I don't care. Yeah. Let me write a note about this. GIMP. All right. I got some things about Python scripting. Let's just talk about basics. Color picker. Hold shift plus click to see the selected alpha component. I don't know why it's so hard to see that. Wouldn't that be just a basic thing you'd show somewhere? Who knows? Now let's export that. How many more of these do we have? 3? Yeah, 3. I think we looked at the volcano already, though. I don't actually remember. This one looks fine. Yeah, this is fine. All right, so 2 more. Yeah, there are some little oddities here on the 3 green areas. Anything else? That one too. So 4, actually a decent amount. We should probably just fix all of those. Hey, Goose. I don't know if we should fill in those. Probably. Any others? That one. How did that turn white? What's going on? I can't. Oh my GIMP. It's so bad. All right, let's just open this again. And ignore that I did anything there. And try that again. There, 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 there. And now there was one more pixel over here. Yeah, that. That's probably fine. I'll still change it. Okay. Export that. Watching from the DMV today. The last time I had to go to the DMV, I don't think anyone else was there really. I didn't really need to do anything super important. I don't even remember what it was. Everyone was like nice and conversational. This is a good time. But then I heard a story of someone who needed to go to get a driver's license, and it was like an hour and a half long wait. Of someone near me, I mean. It's not just a random DMV somewhere in the world. And for you non-Americans, that's Department of Motor Vehicles. Where you go to get a license, or I don't actually know what else you do there. This all looks fine. I don't see any problems here. Let's grow the selection by a pixel. Yeah. I think everything's fine. Okay, let's go try it out in the game again. So now we should not see any weird transparent pixels showing through our outlines or whatever. I'm not looking too closely at the outlines. I think it's, whatever, as long as it's not like horribly broken. And yeah, so far so good. Oh, there, see that one little pixel getting highlighted over there. So the waterways, we still have 1 pixel to fix off to the right side of that tree. But that's it. Everything else looks fine. Cool. Cool. Hey, Covino. How you doing? How goes it? How's Jiggle Jam? Is it ongoing right now, Jiggle Jam? Well, welcome in, everybody. I've been working on this battle map all day. Well, actually not all day, but most of the day. So it used to be that you could only click a selection around this little stone platform here. And now when you've unlocked an area, well, actually, this is another thing. We darkened the areas you can unlock, but you can see that I can highlight it by just selecting any part of it, which is pretty nice. Oh, it doesn't start for another 21 days. Okay, got it. Oh yeah, howdy everybody. And thanks for the raid, Cavino. There's a shout out. Hope the stream went well. We've also, another recent change we made, and I'm saying this like people know what Skeleseller is, but I'll demo that in just a second. But we now have movable battle windows, and you can minimize them. So this is pretty great, because there was no way to do this. So if you had an ultra-wide monitor, they were always like anchored at the bottom of your screen still. So anyway, yeah, this is Skeleseller. It's a very, very casual town management game. You send adventurers to do battle, you win items, you sell the items, you upgrade your town, you hire new adventurers, you level them up, etc., etc. And if you'd like, you can wishlist this on Steam right now. If you would like to help. If you would not like to help, you could just stare at the wishlist link and try to manifest other people coming to the game. Well, I guess if you didn't want to help, you wouldn't even do that. So we said the waterways to the right of that tree. Yep, there it is. Rogue pixel. Goodbye, pixel. Overwrite. Problem solved. Oh, the 12+ hour stream. Whoa. Done the streaming anti-bullying game. So how do you feel about game dev in general, Cavino? I'm not trying to keep you here for longer than normal, by the way. If you want to go, you should totally go. 12 hours is a very long time. But you've really gone kind of all in into game dev. And I always feel like there's a little bit of a risk when you are about to do something like that. Like, let's say you found yourself with, I don't know, 50 hours a week of free time. And you're like, I'm going to become a world-class swimmer or something like that. But you've only ever been swimming for whatever, vacations or something, or every time you go to the beach. You might realize after a week or two that you hate it and then pivot to something else. So I applaud you for sticking with it and everything. But yeah, I'm curious. Do you like it? Do you see yourself doing this for years? Also, hang on one second. Let me turn off my camera. I have like a smudge on my glasses. And no one can know what I look like without these. I can see again. Look, that's me. That's me, Chad. So this is done. Get rid of any trees or bushes or doodads that look like they don't belong. Oh yeah, I didn't even look at this anymore. Presumably they're still there and I just didn't even see. Yeah, they are still there. I think it's only those trees. No, that tree as well. Every aspect has been super fun. Definitely see you doing it for years. Nice. Peter said, I started a restaurant game today. I have a mere prototype and I'm proud of it so far. Is it one of the ones like Overcooked? Having that value impact to help those with problems I struggle with for years. Yeah, I think that's a nice benefit of learning anything. Being able to give back to people. And I'd like to think I've helped with that over the years, being on stream. I think a decent amount of viewers probably say that I have. All right, fixing these doodads, I should probably just do. Fine, let's look at every location. The town looks okay. The forest is fine. The canyon is not fine because of these two trees on the bottom. Fixing this is definitely going to be harder than fixing the other stuff. We need to open up the world graphic. And then we need to wipe out certain trees. In this case, there are 3 trees, but I only saw, I guess the other one's underneath here. So I guess we should just delete them all. Problem is, it's not as easy as just deleting it. We need to like clone grass over to it. Or like an idle cell phone game. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I feel like almost anything could be made into an idle game. I think... Did I play an idle game like that? I feel like I... No, maybe it wasn't idle. I don't remember. But it was some phone game where you ran a restaurant and at some point I'm like, this is getting ridiculous and stop playing. Would it be easier to ask Quickie Joe to do it? Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll do that then. Because I guess there's also this effect over the whole map. And presumably in the underlying Photoshop file, like this could be removed. I wonder if we should layer these on top. Actually, don't really mind either way. Okay, then I'll just write that down. Maybe I'll just identify the locations where this is happening. Yeah, I'll take some pictures. Give me a sec. Tree removal. Okay, could you remove the following from, what's this called? Map background. I should probably highlight them, huh? How motivated me to start a long-term project? Nice. Nice. It's not those 2 trees, it's the one above. Oh yeah, you're right. I wasn't even looking at the right thing. Yeah, it's that one. Good call. Yeah. With that said, I'm not going to even be doing this work myself anyway now. I'm going to ask Quickie Joe to do it. And if he doesn't want to do it for whatever reason, I could probably do it myself. Oh, there's a little path going over that tree. What happens when the path is filled in? When it's filled in, it looks fine. But it renders on top of the tree. We should probably just move the tree slightly. Or move the path. Could you move or delete the following? All right, let's keep going around this and figure out what else we have. This one looks fine. This one does not look fine. Any others? Oh, that one's fine. At least I think that's fine. Yeah. This one is fine. And this one is almost fine. Okay. Cool. Cool. All right, so that's done. NPC should be able to set more stuff through the editor thanks to this. And if we got rid of the upgrade portal button. All right, so I haven't done that part yet. I am not a beast like Covino and can do a 12-hour stream. So I don't know if we're going to do this yet. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock. I feel like I've been running out of steam a little bit sooner. Yeah. I'll go for a little bit longer. Totally could. I don't know the longest stream I've ever done, but it's probably like, I don't know, 9 or 10 hours or something. Must go. Thanks for the resub. Happy 2-month anniversary. Okay, so we should definitely check this in. I am very happy with these changes. Have we used everything that we added? I think so, yeah. All right, we have a lot of changes to fix up then or to look through. Yeah, I don't care about import files. All of these are just import files. That just means that we added an image and they're not worth reading because they're automatic. Okay, now we're at actual code. How'd the kit stream go? Popped in on mobile. Wish I could have watched for more. It was good. We did two things. We did the keyboard escape room, as I was calling it, and then he played Skeleseller. And it was fun. We did quite a lot that whole Saturday because we went for I made pancakes in the morning, then we went for a walk and then to a bakery not for more pancakes. Um and then it was I think the stream next. And then we bought the Slay the Spire board game and then made dinner and barely got to play the board game before I was like, I'm way too tired right now. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm gonna upload that video hopefully tomorrow. I mean, it's in the past broadcast. This one, get strapped in the keyboard escape room. Such a goofy thing. Took all his focus to type at 5 words per minute. So funny. All right, so these are all the changes we made to the map. They're looking good. I'm not maybe super happy with how I did that looking back on it now. Like probably we should dynamically instantiate all of these and just say what positions they're at. I think that would make this a lot cleaner. But then it would also make it harder to tell where these things are going to be. So, I don't know, 6 of one, half a dozen of another when it comes to problems. I guess a good middle ground would be to make dedicated nodes out of these and then just put them in on the map. That might be what I do. Actually, that should be pretty easy, right? We just do save branches seen and then we're done. Okay, I'll write that down. Consider saving each individual location on the battle map as its own scene so that it can still inherit properly. Yeah. When are you going to visit Kit and call scammers with him? I don't know if I'd be any good at that. Like, oh, is there... Did I not fix that? The deep forest still has one pixel messed up, but this might be an old game window. I have been on some of his scam baiting calls from a long time ago, but it was just like, hey, he needs to call his lawyer, and then he calls me and I'm his lawyer. We didn't fix that. Drat. No, I think it'd be tough. I think the other thing that's difficult about that is that you need to know where the boundaries are. Like, what will a scammer stop believing? And despite watching a lot of his stream, I don't have a good grip on that. Like, when have I gone too far? So that pixel is just to the left of the big tree. So it's down here. It's one of these. The only way to find it, though, is to do this and search for a less than 100% opacity. It could be any of these pixels. I mean, it's right in the nook of this tree. Like right here somewhere. But I don't see it. Unless it's this one that's showing up. You know what? What am I doing? Why don't I just zoom in further? Oh, no. It's the path. Oh, yeah. It's a path. It's called the troll today, so he goes too far. A lot of times they call him that a troll or like, oh, you're wasting our time or this is a joke, but they don't really know and they're hoping he'll capitulate and he doesn't. So then they keep going for another hour. All right, so now we got to figure out how to find this problem. We got to find the right path. It's the Inferno path doing that. Huh, interesting. And what happens when it's filled in? Does it look fine? Yeah, it looks fine when it's filled in. All right, so what's the Inferno path number? 7A. So we go find 7A. And we hopefully find a rogue pixel in here. It's probably that. Well, let's delete and find out if that worked. How's that sound? Then just relaunch this. 5 lines of H's, yeah. It does funny stuff sometimes. Nice, we fixed it. I gotta write a note in here for the art request thing that I just did. No, make sure to pull the latest graphics. Oh, he probably can't do that. Oh, darn it. I removed some errant pixels from many of the location graphics. So if you ever re-export those from Photoshop, you need to repeat that work. Does Photoshop have a capital S in shop? No. Everyone turn off their AirPlay stuff. What's that about? Vulnerabilities have far-reaching impact. Huh. Interesting. Does my computer have that? I don't pay attention to any Apple features. Or is this an iPhone thing only? Because if so, I can just turn it off now. I guess I'll just look it up. Does Mac Studio? It does. Okay. How do you turn off AirPlay? Open system settings, general, airdrop, remove the check mark. Okay, engage privacy mode. Let's go do this. I don't want this on anyway. General, airdrop. Allow handoff between this off. Don't allow. AirPlay receiver off. Cool. Thanks. It probably doesn't matter too much, given that I assume someone needs to be in close proximity to me, and probably no one's gonna like walk up to the wall outside of this and try hacking me. I don't know. They need to be on your network for most of the attacks. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not super concerned. And I turned it off anyway. Probably more of a concern for my wife. I think she has it on her phone. Okay, so we changed some of these things too. I'm not going to look through this too closely because this is just the scene. Why do we have two shader materials? Oh, for the flag as well. Yeah. Aren't supposed to be open to remote access like TVs or speakers and such that might have AirPlay? Wow. She may have AirDrop. This is AirPlay. Oh, they're different things. Really, honestly, despite using a Mac, I use very little like Apple specific stuff. So I don't know what any of this stuff is. I know one of them is the thing where you can have your phone next to someone else's phone and send them files. But both of those features sound like the same general thing. Oh, maybe AirPlay is like a Chromecast sort of thing. And AirDrop is the thing I was just talking about. Yeah, I see. Gotcha. Yeah. Hi, cat. Haven't given up on me, huh? What time is it that she's already doing this? Everyone, come up here. Do you want to? She's like stepping on the keyboard. I should probably open a new tab. All right. You gonna let me code or no? Oh, she did press shift. Oh no. Oh no. Katso. What are you doing, Katso? I gotta be careful. I don't want her getting rid of this code that we have here. Okay, just move your little butt. All right, these are the shaders for every single thing we added to the instance map. Yeah, I'm not super concerned about this. Hi. Heavy destroys live, yeah. Hi. You wanna jump? Oh, good cat. Good cat. Well, she is typing something. Do you want to maybe get off my keyboard now? She's rubbing her face against the microphone. Hi. Move your rear paw just like 2 inches. Just 2 inches forward. Let me move it for you here. There. She's probably not used to your keyboard layout yet. She's a QWERTY kind of cat. You want to like? She's nibbling on my finger. All right, we still need to outline the right flag. I've already done this. Okay, what are you doing? She's like feisty. Abby, it's not time for play. You want to come sit down? I feel like she's holding me hostage right now. Hi. What do you want? Why won't you let me work? I just want to review this diff. I think the only thing we really need to look back at is this to do an instance map. Oh, and some other little things like this stuff, I guess. Yeah. Play. Yeah, she probably does want to play. Oh, oh, maybe she's comfortable just sitting down. Okay. There. Good cat. Okay, let's get to instance map then. So this and this no longer needed. Map flags, I think, is no longer needed. Yeah, the entire node isn't needed anymore. We can go delete it from here too. Good. And then maybe this can be initialized and just not unlocked. Is there a problem with that? Has been initialized. Set all this stuff. Set the tooltip. We do add the tooltip. So I guess that's the thing. We don't want the town node to even have a tooltip until we've done this. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna say that here. We don't initialize the town point yet so that it doesn't get a tooltip where you can click it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, rest of this looks good. This technically doesn't need to be protected. It can be private, but I don't really care enough. Doesn't make a big difference. Looks good. Yeah, it's another one of those things. Let's take a look. How do we even look for this? I don't know. Is there an easy way? No, there's no easy way. And these are Godot colors, right? Yeah, Godot colors. Color. Can we see what all of them are? Oh, you can. Oh, but these are not quite what I want. Oh, it's going to be some form of gray. That's roughly 0.5. Doesn't exist. This is kind of close. Light slate gray. And slate gray is kind of close too. Oh, web gray. I think that's exactly what I want. This times 255, 128. Yeah. Web gray. Okay, let's use that. It should look identical to whatever I'm using right now. Where did that change go? Where did that change go? There it is. It's in that marker. All right, colors.web gray. So let's take a picture of it now. So this is the before and this is the after. And they should look practically identical. Yeah, does anyone see a difference? No, they look pretty similar. Also, is this dark enough? Do people think this is too dark? Not dark enough? Like, I want it to be obvious when you haven't unlocked something yet. And I think it looks good. Yeah. Good amount to me. Cool. Cool. It's also our web gray with 2 E's. Don't know. Looks good. Looks good. Yeah, cool. All right. I think all this is pretty clean. The only other thing we need to do is this. Upgrade UIDs. Completely black could look good for inactive areas. I think completely black would probably look bad. Actually, I'm not very good at design work, like graphic design work, but I read refactoring UI, and one of the things they said is even for text, you typically don't want text to be completely black. Typically it's shades of gray. Just to give you an idea of what it would look like though. Actually, first let me check this in, then I can show you. So this should have added everything. Yeah. What changed here? Yeah, that's good. Okay, cool. So this fixes this entire, well, not the entire issue, but I guess it works toward it. 877. Yeah. Use separated out battle map graphics. This covers most of that issue. There are still some little things. Well, there's still some tasks remaining for this. This is the majority of it. Okay. All right, yeah, let me show you. A uniform dark gray. So if we take this and change its self-modulate to full black, that's what that would look like. But even like a dark gray, I think is still potentially problematic. It would look like geometric shapes probably more than an outline for a place. But yeah, I think what we've got is pretty good then. And if Chad agrees too. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's going pretty well. So, all right, I'm going to write down what we did here. Started revamping the battle map. And I guess revamped most of the battle map from it usability. Still need to allow for upgrading the portal differently. All right, so Friday, I think there are a couple of creative endeavors I wanted to do between the intro and music. I think music would drive people nuts if I were to work on it because of how much I have to keep playing the same like 2 measures over and over and over. So I think I'm going to lean toward doing the intro stuff. Yeah, making a little bit more progress on that. I think that's what we're going to do on Friday. They'll get used to it. Yeah, I don't know how it would go exactly. But yeah, I think I should get going for now. Let me go find someone to raid. By the way, I don't raid someone in the morning because I'm going to come back after lunch, but I raid people in the afternoon. I don't know if anyone was ever curious about that. Hey, Ezra's streaming, and I wanted to raid Ezra last time, but then Ezra stopped streaming. All right, we're going to raid Ezra. All right, as mentioned, thank you all for watching. I will catch you on Friday. And like I said, we'll probably work on the intro then. Take care. See ya. Bye, everyone.